a Martian planet. This planet is the next stop for humankind. Many rovers have been sent there, but no human. If Mars had life, that would tell us a lot about the planet's past. So join me as we finally unravel the mysteries behind Mars. Let's get into it.
Space. Everything in the universe.
I'm gonna make these videos now is that there's gonna be multiple chapters in these videos. 3 of them to be told. The intro, the history, and facts, not counting the outro. So I hope you enjoy this video that's finally out after a long time. It's been last year since the last episode came out, so it's the first one of 2025. So yeah, this one's gonna be much better quality. I hope you enjoy. So yeah, I'm gonna start like any other episode in the series. 865 days. Here is how long it takes a planet to fully loop around the sun. It takes 686.971 Earth days to orbit around the sun, making its year twice as long as a year on Earth. Here, as you can see, is a basically simulation of Mars literally right now on August 14th. Right now we have the multiple spacecrafts that are right now orbiting around Mars. And we also have Mars' 2 little moons. Deimos, a little asteroid-like moon. And we also have its other moon. Phobos. Phobos and Deimos are really small moons, Phobos being the closest and largest to Mars. Mars has multiple satellites, and here you can just see some of the landing sites of rovers like Opportunity, Phoenix, Perseverance, Curiosity, and Spirit rover landings. We have also the multiple Martian satellites, aka even the Mars Express, Trace Gas Orbiter, and yeah, that is it for that. Mars is our second smallest planet, and the 4th planet from the sun. Diameter is 4,196 miles, 1,732 kilometers. To pole, this diameter is 4,222 miles, 6,794 kilometers. Mars, being a small planet, doesn't mean it cannot have life. Mars has 2 ice caps on the top of them, meaning that there could be water underneath both of them. Rovers like Opportunity have tried to find life on this wonderful Martian planet. Be asking, Why is Mars so red? Well, that answer is pretty obvious. Mars is made of iron. Well, mostly its rock is iron. So it kind of oxidizes or rust, and it's pretty much the rusty planet of our solar system. Water. There's a possibility that it doesn't have life. There's some consequences when it comes to a planet that's 3 planets away from its star. It is definitely very cold. Definitely during the winter, because Mars is tilted from maybe a bombard of asteroids that crashed into it billions of years ago. So when I say Mars has seasons, it has winter. And winter means really cold seasons. We do survive through winter, but really humans came kind of during the winter or after, whatever. Doesn't really matter. But we adapt to the winter pretty much, so we know how to live through it. But only organisms that live underneath ice caps or are really strong can survive life on Mars. Rovers like Spirit did die out because they got trapped. Spirit was trapped in sand, and it was getting cold, and low power was a problem. Winter was approaching, and a storm was coming fast. NASA scientists had nothing to do but end Spirit's mission to Mars. I have a whole video on Spirit if you want to see it. Spirit is definitely a really cool rover. Really interesting past, as I said in the intro of this video. It could have water, because see these pictures here of Mars' surface? We can see that it definitely has river-like structures, but the only way that these things could exist is if Mars used to have water, which is what NASA scientists think Mars could have used to have water. But where did all this water go, you may be asking? Since Mars is the 4th planet to the Sun, that means the asteroid belt is, well, next to it. The asteroid belt is a belt of asteroids in between Jupiter and Mars. These asteroids could have crashed into these asteroids could have possibly crashed into Mars, causing it to lose all of its water. And maybe even the formation of Deimos and Phobos came. They look very much like asteroids. Being one of the coolest planets in our solar system, I definitely have many facts to share about Mars. 1. When Spirit was on Mars, it discovered a rock. And this rock actually has a molecule in it, or some sort of thing that could have helped Earth develop life, or was a sign of life, meaning Mars probably definitely had life. And that could have just, Earth could have been a replacement of old Mars. 2. It can last to days and years. It covers up the whole surface of the entire planet. 3. Actually named after a Roman god, pretty much like every other planet in our solar system. What's cool about this one is Mars is the son of Jupiter, the god of gods. No, the king of the gods. And Juno, which is And Juno was a probe that was sent all the way to Jupiter. And Juno is the queen of the gods, which is kind of cool that that's real. For this last fact is gonna be pretty cool. Back a billion years ago, I'll get into this in a later video. Probably not in the next 2 months. There was a very horrific event where many planets, aka rocky planets, were destroyed in something horrible that went horribly wrong. Those rocky planets, all of their remains made up Mars, the planet Mars, and Earth, Theia, Mercury, and Venus. I'll get into Theia in a later video because we're not talking about us at the beginning of the solar system. At the moment, we're talking about just the planets of our solar system. Join me as we go into a solar walk through space. We explore different planets, different comets, different asteroids, different stars, and different solar systems, galaxies, universes, and anything you can imagine. It's crazy how small our solar system truly is compared to the rest of the Milky Way galaxy. But our story doesn't end here. We still have 4 more planets in our solar system to go. 5 dwarf planets, 2 asteroid belts, and many other stars. So this will not be the end of the series, not at all. Anyways, I gotta look at Voyager 1. Yo, bring me to that. Oh my god, it's Voyager 1. Oh, that's crazy, bro. The Voyager 1. Okay, anyways, wait, I'm gonna check. Voyager 2? That's also out of they're basically both the same thing, so I don't know why. Oh wow, that's so cool. New Horizons. Is New Horizons? I'm pretty sure New Horizons is like still researching our solar system. Yeah, it's still on the Kuiper Belt. Yeah, I went to research Pluto. Yeah. Yeah, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna have so much fun with this series on the channel that I'm bringing back. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I guess I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.